Hello, guys. Welcome back to Sash Factor Facebook Live Chat Series, your online feel good pageant show. As we all know, the Miss Universe Malaysia E-Gala Finals is just around the corner. And tonight, we're so privileged to have some of its contestants talk more about it. So here they are, live and exclusive. Please welcome Miss Universe 2020 Malaysia contestants, starting from Priscilla Gerald from Johor, from the state of Johor.
Hello. Hi,
Hello,
everyone. Hi,
Priscilla.
Idol. Hi.
Thank you. Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so grateful.
Yeah, you're so pretty.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Next is Helene Tan from the state of Selangor. Hello,
Hi
Helene.
everyone. Hi
Uh,
Adele.
wow, it's so nice to finally meet you girls. How are you, Helene? You look so fresh in your yellow outfit today.
Yes, yellow is my recently is my favorite color so far.
Really? Wow, it's the
Yes,
color of joy, as
yes.
we brand it here, as we say it here in the Philippines. Yeah. And last but not the least is Miss Charissa Chong from the state of Selangor as well. Hello, Charissa.
Hi guys, hi everyone. How are you doing, Adam?
I'm doing fine despite the quarantine rules here in the Philippines. Yeah, I heard Malaysia is finally getting back to normal. The cinemas, the gyms
Yes,
are all finally open there. Yeah.
yeah, it's been really good so far here. We still have our standard procedures that we have to go through, but so far it's been okay here.
That's great to hear. That's really great to hear. Unfortunately for us here in the Philippines, it's still not the it's still not the same. I mean, we're still on a lockdown, even though some of our quarantine rules have already been eased up, but still
Mhm.
there's still so many restrictions. Yeah. So how are you guys? It's just one more week to go before the Miss Universe Malaysia finals.
It's so exciting. I can't wait. It's been a long time since all of us girls have
Yeah,
been waiting for that final day, and it's finally here.
it's
I think
There's
we're
a
happening.
all
lot of
super happy.
nervousness as well. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
How
gonna be fun.
what Yeah, it's gonna be fun. So, what's your current mindset,
Mm.
ladies?
Why don't I let
What are you?
Prisha go first?
Okay, okay, Prisha. Let's start off with you. What's your current mindset, or how are you feeling right now?
Well, at the moment, I feel very happy. As I mentioned, like the finals is next week, and finally we have a date where it's going to happen, but also a little bit nervous because it's finally here. And for my mindset, I believe I'm quite driven to succeed right now because since the pageant is coming, and of course, I want to do my best and hopefully win the crown. But of course, if in God's will, it does not go my way, I would want to succeed in my work or future endeavors as well.
Oh, that's great. That's great to hear. Fingers crossed, you'll do well
Fingers crossed, yes.
in the competition. All right, who's next? Haylene.
Yes. So as for now, of course, I wanted to win the competition, but consider this is my first experience in pageantry. I actually hope that it's gonna be explore something that I never thought that I could succeed. And also I have these goals that I set for myself for my own personal growth that I hope I can learn from this experience that will be useful for my future reference in whatever journey that I will be on path. So, and I also feel really nervous about it because I didn't really feel much during, especially during the lockdown. But with now it's being 1 week away, everything just feels so real right now. I really hope that I do well.
we can all feel what you're going through right now. I mean, I've covered a lot of pageants, and yeah, it's normal. What you guys are feeling is just normal. So many butterflies in the stomach, the nerves are starting to kick in. You might probably starting to overanalyze or overthink about a lot of things, but it's okay. It's part of the whole process. So, and finally, you, Charissa, how are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling a lot of nerves, to be honest, and also a little bit sad because I think that the competition has been for a year now, and I've kind of developed a little emotional attachment towards it. So I'm sad that the journey is about to end so far, but I'm also very grateful for the experience that I've learned throughout. And my mindset currently is to just stay focused and honestly to just stay true to myself. I think those are the things that always ground me throughout this competition. And I'm just, like what the lady said, really nervous as well because it's just a week away, but I'm looking forward.
Yes, that's great. Positive thinking. Look forward despite everything that you've been thinking, or anything that is making you bothered or worried right now. Yeah, it really pays off to have a positive mindset. Before we continue, can we give a shout out to all the viewers who are tuned in right now? Charissa, your Filipino trainer is tuned in right now. Hello,
Yay!
Sir
Hi,
Tommy
Tommy.
Mendes
Oh my God, he is the
Mendez.
first to comment. I see you. Hi, Tommy. Hi, everyone who is tuning in. Oh my God.
J- Jemima Yamaguchi is also saying hi to you guys with heart
Hello.
emoticons. Uh,
Hi.
AVN Ed is commenting that Prisha could be the dark horse. Um, View Tian Shong is complimenting Charissa that she looks so beautiful tonight.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Tian Xiong.
And so is Byron Neil Serona, whom whom he thinks you're so well spoken,
Thank you. Thank
Charissa.
you so much for
And
the kind
everyone's
compliment.
wishing you, yeah, everyone's wishing you good luck. Angela Pineda Abla is watching from the Philippines, and he's sending you the best of luck for the
Thank
forthcoming
you.
competition.
Thank you,
Sharifa is
Angela.
saying, Parisha, you look so beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Shay Evang Pang Lopez is rooting for Charissa to win. Is whose cousin is Jemima Yamaguchi? Hi,
She's
Kus.
my cousin. She's my cousin.
Oh, hello over there.
Oh,
Oh,
She's my
it seems
cousin.
like it's a family affair tonight,
Hello,
Prisha.
cousin.
Okay, so for the benefit of our viewers who are all tuned in right now, could you at least introduce yourselves a little bit about? Could you introduce a little bit of yourselves to the viewers right now? Like state your age, height, hobbies, and your advocacy for the Miss Universe Malaysia pageant. Who wants to start? Maybe we could start with Prisha.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
So, hello everyone. My name is Priscilla Gerald. I'm 22 and I'm standing at 174 centimeters. And currently, I am working in the hotel industry. And for the advocacy that I'm pursuing is actually to do an outreach feeding program for the communities, refugees, and also the children in Malaysia. And yes, that's all.
Oh, you work in the hotel industry.
Yes, I
So,
do.
are you affected by the are you is your industry affected in during this time of pandemic?
Yes, definitely. It's been a few months now that I've not been working, but I'm still grateful that I still have my job. But of course, since there's no international guests at the moment, so we have to stop the work at the moment. So we're only opening for F&B side, excluding the rooms.
So you took a leave from work while you were competing here in Miss Universe Malaysia.
Actually, the hotel has put a unpaid leave for all the frontliner because I work at front desk. So me and my colleagues were all at the frontliner. We're the ones who had to take the unpaid leave since there's not much guests at the moment. So in the meanwhile, while we wait for the official news from the owners, of course, so just at home, focusing on Miss Universe Malaysia.
That's all right. So how are you coping up with the situation? There's a
Well,
pandemic, your hotel, your industry is affected. Yeah.
well, if
Is it
I'm being
creating you? Yeah, okay.
sorry, if I'm being perfectly honest, it's been hard because I'm the breadwinner of my family, and of course with this unpaid leave and everything, I had to take a lot of budget from my savings to support my family and of course all my financial debt. But at the same time, I can't be so negative about it because it has had a positive impact because I had the time to focus on my pageantry and also take this time to learn what I can before the finals. So instead of me focusing on the bad side of the pandemic, I have to look at what the good thing it has brought me, which is to focus more on what I can do for the pageant.
I love that you are learning something from it, something positive, something good about it. All right,
Thank you.
more on you later. So let's now go to Helene now. So Helene, can you introduce a little bit of yourself for the benefit of our viewers?
Okay, so hi everyone. My name is Helene Tan. I'm 21 years old from Selangor. So I'm currently studying in occupational therapy. So I am standing 168 centimeters, and my advocacy is to prevent suicide.
Oh, so you're taking up is the reason why you're taking up suicide is the reason why you're taking up suicide prevention advocacy is because of your course? Does it have something to do
Mm,
with your course occupational therapy?
Actually, that's just part of my reason because personally, which I don't mind sharing it, back when I was in teenager, I used to suffer with some mental health issues, and I almost had a really close call in suicide. Yeah. When I started to have this ideation.
Oh.
Yeah, but then of course I was so lucky that I have my support from my families and friends that constantly check on me, and also with my current studies in occupational therapy, I have also learned some knowledge more about the awareness in mental health and also some coping mechanism, which in a way helps me to grow a little bit. And also I hope that I could use my profession to help people to to get well, to get back on their feet. So before I graduate, and I realized that I could still contribute in my own ways. And that's how I ended up here in Miss Universe Malaysia as a finalist.
Wow, I'm so glad that you were able to overcome it. Like so many people, especially with what's happening right now in the world, you could also probably everyone could easily succumb into getting depressed.
Yes. Yes, because
Yeah,
I realized this is an issue that we always overlook. We don't see it as a important thing and we always just ignore it. But it's not okay to ignore it. It should be acknowledged and should be addressed if things are not okay.
I like your mindset. Yes, but more about it. Let's now go to Charissa this time around. So Charissa, can you introduce a little bit of yourself to the public?
Sure. Hi everyone, my name is Karissa Kong. I am 26 this year and I come from Selangor. I'm standing at about 172 centimeters tall and I like to go to the gym for fun and I also like to go karaoke and also traveling. My advocacy for Miss Universe Malaysia would be bringing light and empowerment to the visually impaired. So I started a campaign called Positivity for Disability.
Why did you take up that advocacy, Miss
For
Charissa?
me, it it was because it was something very close to my heart. My mom is personally blind, So that happened about when I was in my early 20s. My mom had a disease called retinitis pigmentosa. So it's a disease where it's inherited and gradually you lose your eyesight to eventually become blind. And there is no cure for this disease. So when we first found out about it, it was very heartbreaking because we had to live life very differently after we found out. You know, we had to learn how to accept it emotionally, how to cope with life. You know, I had to see my mom losing her sight every day and eventually me being her eyes now. So that journey alone in those years kind of gave me a bigger reason to advocate for this. And when you have a personal experience with this, it gives you a more meaning, it gives you more purpose to do um, your advocacy. And for me, that's why I'm championing it so much. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you're using now Miss Universe Malaysia platform to spread more awareness about it. Because I
Yeah.
can see that it's really, your advocacy is deeply rooted with a personal experience. So all the more reason that so many people will be inclined to really get to know your advocacy
I mean,
well because you've seen it
yeah.
firsthand.
Yeah, and it's not just for the person who is having the disability, it's also for people who are carers to a family member who have disability, because I think it does affect your mental health as well. Because a lot of times for me, I found myself being depressed, even my mom, because it's not easy to accept where one day you could see and then the next day knowing that you might just not see anymore. You know, and I think
Oh,
it's
yeah.
very hard to accept it mentally and emotionally. So I went through that and I realized that no one speaks about this, or no one is actually championing this. And for me, I think it's very important to speak out on behalf of people who may be going through this. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. You could really feel the sincerity of everything that you're saying right now. Girls, it's obvious that you guys are so well spoken. You guys can really talk. I mean, looking at your reading up on your education, on each of your educational background, it's really fine to say, it's really safe to say that you guys could really speak. You guys could articulate your thoughts well. You guys,
Thank
I'm curious to
you.
ask. You could have forged in your respective career, in your respective careers, whatever endeavors or arena or fields uh, that you are in right now. But I'm curious to ask, what is attracting you to join Miss Universe Malaysia the most? That's the reason why you joined. Anyone could answer. Who could start?
Shall I go?
Yeah, Prisha. Yeah, okay, Prisha. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, personally, from what I see from the Miss Universe Malaysia organization, is they provide this really good platform for women to have positive impact in society. I do understand that in the past, seeing beauty pageant is more about external beauty, but as we progress further into the future, we start seeing a difference in beauty pageant where they are more to focusing on internal beauty and how you can be more helpful, I would say, in society. And seeing this factor and watching these beauty queens when they are on stage really, I would say, makes a difference when I watch, because I see them so confident in whatever they do, in how they speak. And of course, when you see women like this, you tend to ask yourself like, oh, I really want to be that person, I want to speak like that. And I think this is one of the aspects that definitely driven me to join the competition and also join with the organization.
Yes. What about you, Helene? What attracted you to join Miss Universe Malaysia?
Okay. As for me, I realized that pageantry is something very
Helene,
transformative
can you hear
because
me?
Yeah, it's a little bit like
Laggy, right?
Yeah, it's lagging.
it's lagging. It's Can you hear me, Adam?
I think his internet is.
Yes. Yeah, I can hear
Yeah.
you. I can hear you. I can hear you. Yeah, go on.
Okay, so like as I said, I
Is
realized that
lagging. It's okay.
yeah.
We could bear with it.
Okay, so like I was saying, pageantry is something very transformative because it has transformed my life as well. Because before this, I would never thought in my wildest dreams that I could achieve things that can only be happen to known as a fantasy, something to a girl to be able to be on stage, to be on the limelight, to experience things that it's really, I would say, precious. So in this journey, of course, there's a lot of challenges that I face that it's not people around my age would experience. However, I still think this hardship, bittersweet memories, lesson, it's something that would be very useful for me in the future in whatever journey that I ended up as.
So it's a stepping stone for you to something more productive, more something that will give you your best career yet,
Mm,
career goal yet.
honestly, I of course for my ultimate goal, I would like to work in a hospital. My it's my ultimate goal since I was uh I was 6 years old. But to be ended up in this part of journey, it's I would say it's like a transition from being a college young girl to being a woman, to evolve myself in personal growth, and that is something that I would never trade it with anything in the world. And Miss Universe Malaysia organization has provided most of the experience that it's it's the best.
Speechless, speechless.
Aw.
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
speechless because it's been amazing.
Miss Universe Malaysia will truly be pleased with what you just said. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they could really change lives. Yeah. Yeah, make a girl turn into a woman in full bloom at once after the competition. What about you, Charissa?
I think for me, it's seeing the
What about you,
legacy
Charissa?
of
It's your
past.
turn.
Oh, can you hear me? Can you
I
hear
can hear
me?
you. I can hear you.
I
I
think
can
Adam.
hear you.
Yes, I can.
Yeah,
We can hear you.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, I think for me, it's seeing past legacies of beauty queens that have left behind. Truly seeing a woman who is so passionate in what she stands for, standing on a stage, being so confident, being so true to herself. Like that attracted me so much. I used to be a very timid person, but I always had a lot to say. And seeing beauty queens stand up for things that are passionate about actually inspired me a lot. And that made me took the courage to join Miss Universe Malaysia, and now having a bigger reason and a purpose, and that actually made me so much more wanting to compete. Yeah.
Now, I'm curious to ask, which beauty queens do you look? Who is your favorite beauty queen, or that inspired you in this pageant journey?
International
Let's start with
or
Charissa this time, since she said it. She mentioned it.
you mean in international or
Okay, international, so that we could. It depends on you. International, local.
I
It's
really
up to
really
you.
love,
It's up to you. International
I
or local.
okay, I really love Catriona Gray, but the one that really inspired me a lot recently is Zoe Tunzibini. I think she
Catriona.
is amazing because she defines beyond what the beauty standards are. And she is such a eloquent speaker for herself, and she's a leader that I think just mesmerized everyone. In her Q&A, I was stunned. I was just like, wow, that is women empowerment right there. And she's everything that I wish to embody as well.
Catriona and Zoe. Okay. Great answer. Great choices. Haleen, which beauty queen do
Okay,
you look
so
up to?
well, I actually have two. So locally, I was actually inspired by Kiran Jasal. Yes, because before I went to the audition for Miss Universe Malaysia,
Kiran, yeah.
I was having concern whether it affect my studies because I take my studies really seriously. It's what I really love to do in my professional career. So see, but during that time, I heard about Kiran Jasal that being a student and also I mean a medical student, also managing being successful in pageantry as well. So that gave me a little bit of confidence, thinking that, maybe I could do that as well. I could give it a try because it's all about time management of what you learn to put your priorities to achieve what you want. And in that way, it got me on the first step. And then to the second step where I saw Pia, and when I saw Pia, she instantly become my international role model because she represents someone a version of woman that I wanted to be. Someone who is poised, someone who's graceful, and also outspoken. And even after, and she also showed me that even life after pageantry, it's not the end. There is still a lot of things you could do. You can still do. You could still go after what you're passionate about. Yes. So I guess that was it.
Yes, I like the combination Pia and Kiran. Kiran is also, I think, yeah, because she's also she's very, I mean, she's in the middle of finishing her medical studies, so that's the reason
Yes,
probably
I
why
think she's
you
in her
could
final
relate with
year
her so
right now.
much, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, it's nice that you have an inspiration like Kiran to really power you through in the competition. Great choices as well, Haylene. So
Thank
finally, Priscilla, who do you look up to?
Well, for me, I really love Catriona Gray. As cliche as it sounds, she's just so inspiring. I did not just love her during her reign, but also a lot more after her reign because from what I see now, she's still continuing her advocacy. She's so focused on getting quality education for the children in Tondo, Manila. But also now, she's trying to promote the beauty of what Philippines have. Like she's from her outfits and what Philippines can offer to the international world. And it's just so beautiful to see this because she's just not a woman who, of course, is well known for being Miss Universe for the title, but also a woman after her reign who's focused on still helping her country and her people.
Great answer as well. Yeah, everyone loves Catriona Gray. Everyone loves how she championed giving education to a lot of underprivileged children
Mm-hmm.
here in Tondo, Manila. So yeah, her advocacy is really awe-inspiring. Speaking of promoting your country, there's a question here from Seven Bustamante Madlambayan. Um, Girls, I hope you could answer this. Since Prisha is so impressed with how Catriona has championed young underprivileged children in the Philippines, this time around, how will you girls promote Malaysia via Miss Universe? How will you make sure that Malaysia will be on top in finals? times Malaysia placed? Who would like to start? Charissa, is it okay? Let's.
Okay. How will I promote Malaysia via Miss Universe? For me, I think it's very important to always speak
Yes, we
about.
can hear you.
Sorry?
I can hear you, Karissa.
Oh,
Yeah, I can hear
I can hear
you.
you.
Yes, we can hear you. Go on.
I think just go on.
okay. For me, how I would promote Malaysia is truly.
We can all hear each other.
Okay. Should I go on?
Yes, yes. Go on, go on, go.
I think how I would promote Malaysia is truly being a Malaysian myself and also working with the designers, our local talents here to embody what Malaysia truly is through our outfits, through our national costume, and just really bringing the Malaysian essence on the international stage in our diversity and just really showing the universe that, despite everything that we go through, our differences are what makes us special, and Malaysia is the definition of that. So I think that is how I would promote it.
Nice answer, Charissa. Okay, Haley, it's now your turn. How will you promote
Yes.
Malaysia through Miss Universe?
So beside promoting Malaysia by national costume, I believe that Malay to promote Malaysia, we can also letting people know that how Malaysians has been evolved so far, and with especially with now the pandemic, that Malaysia has been coping it so well. I believe that it's something that we could also use as something to put Malaysia on the spotlight to let people know about Malaysia, because Malaysia is not just about the culture, it's also about the people, that how we come in solidarity to making this pandemic to keep it control, and how we contain it, and it's also the disciplines of the Malaysian that should be recognized as well by the worldwide.
Great answer. What about you, Prisha?
Actually, my answer is similar with Karissa. I totally agree with what she said. I
What
believe.
about you, Prisha?
Oh,
It's okay.
can
I
you
can
guys
hear
hear me?
you. I can hear you.
Yes,
It's
yeah.
just Adam is
Okay.
lagging a little bit.
So, agreeing to what Carissa said, I believe it's so important to show the universe that Malaysia is such a beautiful country, and Malaysia consists of such amazing people, cultures with deep history. And of course, with working with local designers, we can come up with some outfit, or as she said, also national costumes that really represent what Malaysia is really about. And knowing how people act around the world, they usually get attracted to what they see first. So, of course, when you're wearing something out of the ordinary, or something you're wearing has a history to it, a story to it, people are usually drawn to that. And it somehow creates an engagement or conversation to know more. I think by doing this, we can really get people to know more about Malaysia and also be interested and know that actually Malaysia is such a beautiful country. Yeah.
Mm, you guys
Can you
are
guys hear me?
Yeah,
you
I can hear you.
have really
Yeah, I can hear
such
you.
a huge love for your country. How you would? Hmm?
Sorry?
Sorry.
Can you hear me, girls?
Yes.
Am I?
Yes.
Can you hear me, girls?
Yes.
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 Okay, it's really it's it's really inspiring how you guys have such huge love for Malaysia, for your country. It's really all everything that you're saying. It's on me right now. Yeah. So, uh, you're now in the middle of the activities of Miss Universe Malaysia. So what is your favorite activity so far?
Shall I go? Karissa, since you went already,
Okay.
I'll
Or
go.
maybe we
Okay.
should let Helene. Maybe we should let
Yeah.
Helene.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So my favorite, okay. So my favorite Miss Universe Malaysia activity so far is with the BMW shoot, because it's not a, it's not often that you get to be around with so
Mm,
many amazing cars and be able to go crazy with your creativity. And I don't know, being in the car in the showroom itself especially is the biggest showroom in the Southeast Asia. So, and also I get to take a picture with a Mini Cooper, which I don't get to see around a lot. And also, it's something that is very casual, very cheerful, which what I really enjoy during the whole day in BMW.
mm. It's my first time to hear a lovely ladies talk about love for cars, Mini Coopers. It's always men who I hear say those things. So it's refreshing. I really find it refreshing, Haley.
Thank you.
Okay. Charissa, you're next.
For me, the favorite part throughout the competition would probably be the boot camp because this year we don't actually have a pageant week. So the boot camp was the only time where me and the girls got to actually stay together and really bond. And I think it was about 5 days we were together. So we went through the late nights together, we went through the early mornings together, the shoots together. I think that was the most memorable part for me, given that we don't have a pageant week now. Yeah.
Mm. How about you, Prisha?
Well, for me,
I'm just waiting for Adam
yeah,
to
I'm just waiting for Adam
lagging.
to say
Prisha, your
something.
turn.
Like, well, for me, the favorite latest activity that.
I'm lagging. Oh no.
Can you hear me? Okay. Okay.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, yes, I can hear you. Although I'm a bit delayed. I can hear you all. I can hear you every time. It's just that I'm receiving it delayed. I'm getting it delayed.
Okay. Okay. So, as I mentioned, from the latest activities that all the girls did, I think my favorite would be the Carbon Ong's mini fashion show. I think all the girls wore such beautiful collections from Carbon, who's actually an established fashion designer here in Malaysia. And fun fact, he also did the beautiful national costume of Shweta last year when she represented Malaysia. So it was truly an honor for me and also I believe for all the girls to use his collections. And my dress during that event was actually orange and I never wore orange in my life. So I'm quite happy because from using his design, I realized that orange actually suits me. So I'm quite happy.
Yeah, your skin tone perfectly matches color that you wore during the Carven Ong fashion show. Yeah. So I'm sure it has been one of your the best highlights of your journey in Miss Universe Malaysia so far.
Yes, definitely.
All right. Um, beauty pageants aren't that big and popular in Malaysia. So how could you convince the public that it's obvious that you guys are really enjoying so much of your time in Miss Universe Malaysia. You've been learning so much. Even Helene says it's life changing for her, as it allows her to grow into a full grown and mature woman. But as we all know, beauty pageants are not that huge and popular in Malaysia. So how could you convince a lot of people in Malaysia that joining Miss Universe Malaysia is a worthy endeavor? Krisha, you wanna start?
Okay. Well, Miss Universe Malaysia organization, I would say, provides such an amazing platform for women to voice out their opinions, and also, I would say, a perfect launch base to whatever endeavors they may pursue in the future. And anything that helps women in general to build such great relationships with society and also the people, I would say it's very relevant in the country, because as we all know, beauty pageants help women build their self-confidence, speak out on things close to their heart, and also these women, they can help the society by being the voice for the people who, I would say, are unheard, and also promote the causes which they feel are relevant and timely in the society of the country. So yes.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's very relevant. Yeah. Helene, your turn.
Okay,
How could you
so
prove them wrong? How could you convince uh, girls, young girls?
okay, I continue. Okay, so I totally agree with whatever Prisha mentioned
Yes, yes,
about
go on.
that.
Sure.
Yeah, about okay, yeah. It's about the platform of Miss Universe Malaysia, because ever since I joined Miss Universe Malaysia, I realized that it provides such a strong platform that it helps me to reach to more people, to get to know what they are going through, and also in a way that I could also help to make a difference, which is that little girl dream of mine to make a difference in the cause that I believe in. Not regard despite with mental health cause, or about healthcare cause, about anything. And it it really proves, it really led me to realize that anything is possible if you put your mind into it and you put effort into it to make it happen. Nothing is impossible, I would say. So I would say Miss Universe Malaysia, it's a worthy endeavor.
Great answer, Helene. Great answer. You guys are also ready for the finals. What about you, Charissa?
Um, for me, I think for beauty pageants, a lot of times people have this perception that it's just beauty, it's just about looking pretty, um, you look glam and all that stuff. But it's beyond that. Beauty pageants are like what Prisha said, a platform for women to actually speak, to show that we are more than just beautiful, we are more than physical appearances. We actually have a say towards things, and we have opinions towards things, and we are standing for something that we are passionate about. So pageantry gives us that. It gives us a space to voice out our concerns, to voice out things that matters, especially when there's a lot going in the world right now. So I think to put it out there for everyone to know that pageantry is something beyond just physical appearance, and it's a lot about standing for what you believe in.
Great answer as well. So, girls, hearing everything what you're saying, it seems. Do you think that a pageant like Miss Universe Malaysia is still relevant at this time of pandemic? Charissa.
Sorry?
Sorry.
Sorry, we couldn't hear it. We couldn't hear it. Do you mind to repeat it, Adam?
Oh, oh, you couldn't hear you. All
Yeah.
right, sorry. So given with everything that you're saying, given everything that you just said, you're vouching for the strengths of Miss Universe Malaysia. So do you think the Miss pageants like Miss Universe Malaysia is still relevant at this time of pandemic? Anyone could start.
Shall
I
I?
guess.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So I I think especially during the pandemic, everyone has been spending time to look at their phones, on social medias, of any updates that has been going on, because as now during the lockdown and to follow the SOP of everything, we couldn't have a lot of physical events to be engaged with a lot of people. So I would say through as long as someone is looking for an update to I would say people would actually vouching to have a hope. And I believe that pageantry along the way it's something that provides hope to people to speak up to those who are always been overlooked, the voices that always been unheard. So there I say pageantry is still relevant as long as it's still providing hope to people, especially during the pandemic times.
Yeah, as long as it's giving hope.
Yes.
I like that. Prisha, Prisha, your turn. Is it still
Okay.
relevant? Given
Definitely, beauty pageants are very relevant, especially during the pandemic, because sorry, my cat is here. Because especially during this pandemic, a lot of people would be feeling down, and I would say a lot of people around the world, beauty pageants provide this happiness in people's heart. They get to see women have a good time and enjoy themselves. So of course, although the environment may not be such a happy thing, but as long as there is something that can fuel people's heart with happiness, and that is beauty pageant, I think it should stay. It's relevant.
yeah, yeah, it's achieving its goal even just by making a lot of people happy. We need a distraction. We need something inspiring or something positive that we could really look into right now so that we could really feel better about ourselves, right? How about you, Charissa?
I completely agree with
Charissa,
Haley.
your turn.
Yeah, I completely agree with Prisha and Helene. I think it's still relevant regardless pandemic or not because like what we've mentioned, it gives us a platform to speak on things that are important to us and matters, especially now during pandemic times, people need a sense of hope and people need a role model to look up to. And sometimes we may feel that it's not relevant because why is pageant related to COVID-19 that people don't see that you can actually speak on these matters and people would want to listen to your opinions. So I think it's relevant even without pandemic, any time of the day, it's always relevant.
Yeah. Just looking at the list of charity endeavors that the Miss Universe Malaysia organization has been spearheading is already enough reason that the existence of its organization is really valid and relevant even at this time, right, girls?
Definitely.
Girls, there's no doubt that you guys are so well spoken. I think I can throw, even if I throw in a difficult question, you guys would still be able to ace it and answer it well. So we now go to the next part of the interview where I'll ask you some Miss Universe questions, and probably you could perhaps answer it. I will just do 3 rounds, 3 to 4 rounds. So that's basically 4 questions to each girl. So let's start from the easy round first until we go to the difficult one later on. No worries. This won't be hard. This is just like getting to know you guys more through your personality. Because I really think more than beauty, it's one's personality that will really make her stand out among the rest during the finals. Whoever shines the most, right, girls? Do you agree?
Yeah, I
Yes.
do.
Okay, so let's start. Prisha. Okay, one question for each girl. All right. From 2002, this was asked to Miss Russia, Oksana Fedorova, during the final question. What makes you blush?
Definitely, what makes me blush is when someone compliments me. I'm a very shy person growing up. Until now, actually, I'm still a little bit shy. And whenever someone compliments me, I'm usually speechless. And people will be like,
Yes.
what am I getting into it? So I'll usually just blush. Like, that's my way of saying, like, it's a way of me saying something to people. I usually don't say anything.
For sure, if your crush comes if your crush or the man of your dreams walks past this behind you or in front of you, you'll surely be blushing. Okay. For Helene, this was asked during the 1997 Miss Universe pageant. If you could do one outrageous thing in the world right now, what would it be and why?
Okay.
Outrageous
First
thing.
of all, I would like to say beforehand, sorry, mom, for saying this. If I could, if it's up to me, I would like to have a tattoo.
Oh, really? Why? Oh.
Yes, well, because my mom hates tattoo, but I because she thinks tattoo it's something like ruins your body. But however, in my opinion, I see tattoo as something like as a remembrance of something very important, like something that happens to you. Important events like your graduations, your wedding, or your firstborn. All these important things that you really want something permanent to remember. So therefore, that's what I see tattoo as. Besides art, it's a memorial. Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting. But I suppose you know
Sorry,
that
mom.
if you once you have I have a follow up question. Once you have a tattoo, you're not supposed you can no longer donate blood, right? In the hospital.
Yes, yes,
Is that
but
true?
yes, that's true. But of course, for now, I'm not gonna do a tattoo on myself because since my mom hates it, my parents hate it, not just my mom. So with due respect, I would still like to respect her wish. After all, she was the one who gave me my life and everything, and she raised me up to the person that I am today. So regardlessly, I would still like to respect her wishes.
All right. But I'm curious to ask, are tattoos allowed in Miss Universe Malaysia? Is a girl with a
Mm,
tattoo allowed to join Miss Universe Malaysia?
Um, I
You know.
So far I haven't heard there's anything against it, but if I am to have a tattoo, I wouldn't have it in somewhere very obvious. I would have it somewhere maybe around my hips, somewhere it's not really triggering to see and it's easy to look in the eyes. And I wouldn't have something like a big flowery tattoo. It's like I see tattoo as something remembrance. So I would just have a small one somewhere that only for myself to see. That's what I see. That's what I would do.
Right. Yeah. Charissa, your turn. Okay, this is their question. Suppose you're let's say you are about to join Miss Universe Malaysia this year. So I'm going to throw back to the day when you joined when you submitted your application to the Miss Universe Malaysia organization. What if, for instance, just for the sake of the argument, on your way to the screening, on your way to the final audition, you heard from reliable sources that Deborah Henry or Catriona Gray will file her application form at the same time. Would you consider backing out or not,
Oh wow.
and why?
I think it would definitely be a little bit intimidating to know that past successful beauty queens would be joining or auditioning, but
No, no,
I
no.
don't.
Just in no, just in case. No, just in case Catriona and Deborah Henry haven't competed yet. Just assume that you are all newbies.
Oh, okay. I don't think that I would back out still because I think when I walked into the audition room, it is for myself. It was not for anyone or not to look at or to compare myself to anyone else, but it's my own journey. So maybe I would feel a little bit intimidated, but I gotta tell myself that, I did this for myself. I'm gonna believe in myself and I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna, you know, be fearless and just go.
So you won't back out.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, great answer. Because, why would you back out? Because you never know if it's going to be your destiny or not. How would you know, right? Probably
Yeah,
it's you, right? All right. So, okay. So that's easy, right? Okay, let's now go
that's
to
it. I
the
think it was really
moderate.
unexpected questions.
It's fun, right? Those are fun questions, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
okay, let's now go to the moderate round. Okay. Uh, let's now go back to Prisha. This was asked during the Miss USA 2004 pageant. What serves you better in life, knowledge or experience?
Personally, for me, experience did serve me better in life because from a young age, I didn't have a very, I would say, a very good experience because I came from a middle class family, and at a young age, I had to become the breadwinner of my family after my father passed away. So I believe all these different types of experience that I've been through definitely, I would say, molded me into the person that I am today. And if I had not been through this experience and learned the lesson that I was needed, I wouldn't be joining Miss Universe Malaysia and being the independent person that I am now.
So it's all about life experiences now.
Definitely, I believe life experience is the best teacher.
Exactly. Oh, there's a follow-up question here from Hannah Rose.
Mm-hmm.
He asks, if you were to win MUM, Mumo, if you were to win Miss Universe Malaysia, how do you plan to mentally prepare yourself to face the tough competition, especially in Southeast Asia, in order to place?
Ooh, I believe it's important to stay authentic because, of course, you're going against a lot of beautiful women from so many different countries. And you have to think, how am I going to stand out among all these women? I think by just referring to the beginning of the question, which was by promoting what Malaysia really is by working with local designers and featuring just the beauty and the history of Malaysians, I believe that is something that would really stand out. And of course, by being mentally prepared for it, have to be, I have to stay humble and grounded. And of course, I believe when it comes to that, the Miss Universe Malaysia organization, the team behind it, would definitely help me and making sure that I'm always inspired and positive throughout it all.
No more comment.
Gosh.
Great answer. All right. Okay, so now let's go to Charissa. It's now Charissa's turn. Oh, this is a bit hard, but this is really more of a personality type of question. We really want to get to know you well. How will you respond to situations? This is just easy. What act of kindness have you done in the past month?
Sorry?
What act of kindness? Okay, I'll type it. What act of kindness have you done in the past month?
The past month. I think for me, kindness is not something that you do just in a month. It should always be something that you carry with you throughout your whole life. But if you were to be very specific, I think during the pandemic, A lot of people were affected, especially the visually impaired. They had a loss of their jobs throughout for 3 months because they work as freelance masseuses. They sell tissues on the street, so they just completely lost everything. And I was thinking, like, how could I help in that sense? So I started raising funds for them, and I don't take anything from it. It's just purely to help them out, if it could ease their burdens and stuff. And I think kindness in this aspect should not be just be done in a month, but it should always be practiced daily. Whenever you see a person on the street, you give them a smile, whether it be helping an old person that you see who is struggling. I think kindness goes a long way in the littlest things. So yeah.
I really like that how you incorporated your advocacy to your answer. It really makes your answer even more powerful. No, I'm so yeah, because I really heard that you could really speak well. So I think if ever you get to ask such questions like these, where there's a tendency to highlight your personality, it's best if you could relate it with your advocacy or an experience that has been with you, so that you will become more authentic and relatable in front of the judges. Oh my god, I'm giving so much. I'm giving tip already. Yeah. So yeah, great
Thank you.
great answer, Charissa. Okay, let's now go to the difficult round. But okay, you all made it past top five, so we can now go through the final question where I will ask one
I didn't
final
know.
question. One final question before we wrap this up. Okay, so this question will be asked. I will ask one single question to all of you, and you all have to answer. Okay, so it's up to you how you will expound with it. Okay, even if you can hear Liam's answer already. Sorry, I don't have other. I can't ask you to cover your ears while someone is answering. But anyway, here's the question. The tagline of Miss Universe Malaysia this year is "Beauty Beyond You." Right? For you girls, define hashtag beauty beyond you. Start with Charissa. Or sorry, with Prisha. Prisha.
Okay.
Define
Based
beauty beyond you.
okay. Based on my understanding of that tagline, of course, as the world progresses, beauty pageant is no exception to that progress also. And now, since we're living in a world where we are redefining beauty, I believe this tagline is so important and relevant because right now we're not just looking for a woman who is externally beautiful but also internally beautiful. How can this woman contribute to her society? How can she tell or raise awareness to people, educate people on matters that are close to her heart and also, I would say, relevant in society. And this is the tagline that they are trying to highlight on a woman who is not just externally beautiful, but also internally beautiful. Thank you.
Great answer, great answer. But to make your answer more impactful,
Mhm,
I suggest that you incorporate a personal experience uh,
mhm,
with that answer, so that you could uh, ace the question more.
mhm,
If you have more time, could check out Miss USA 2016 YouTube.
mhm.
Uh, Top three final question and answer, because the question there was define the tagline of Miss USA, which was hashtag confidently beautiful, or Miss Universe. Yeah. So this is where I got the inspiration from. Yeah. So okay, Haylene. Thank you, Prisha. Okay, Haylene, it's your turn. Define hashtag beauty beyond you.
Okay, so of course, for all of us, we all have different ways, perspective in the way we see beauty. But as for me, for what I feel when I see beauty beyond you. It's about acceptance and confidence within yourself. Because growing up, I personally, as I said, I have issues in mental health before, and I always a person who overthinks a lot, and in that way it leads me to have anxiety all the time. I would always feel insecure about myself, that I might not be worthy enough, might not be good enough. So the word beauty beyond you, it's when you realize that about yourself, that you can reach beyond the world without limits. And if you believe that you can accept yourself in whatever that you comes in, and with all your flaws and imperfection, and also with the good side of yourself, then it's when a woman can feel beauty at the most without boundaries, and you will feel as if you're on top of the world in whatever that you're doing, and whatever you wear, and whichever form that you comes in. Give.
Woohoo! I like that. I like you gave it you gave your own spin to it by giving a personal experience to it. Probably to give a more impactful answer, probably I will suggest that if you could make a powerful ending to your statement,
Okay.
to give that clincher, that yeah, that so that the judges will be like, whoa, blown away. Yeah. So yeah, but I
Okay.
really like your answer. You just have to give it a powerful ending to hit the home run.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But I like, but content wise, I really like what you said. Yeah. So yeah, because it's all about mental health issues for you. Yeah, if you could relate all those little things, the anxiety, the depression, that stage of your life where you went solo, you had a difficult time grasping what life is all about, and seeing you right now, healthy, all pumped up for the competition. It's really something that you know a lot of people could really relate with you. But
Yes.
overall, great answer,
Thank
Helene.
you.
Yeah, your trainers are really doing well. You guys, they have been training you well. I can see that. And finally, Charissa Kong from Selangor.
Okay, for me, in my experience, true beauty is something beyond physical experience. It's something that has to be felt with the heart, like kindness, the values that you carry. And one question that has always popped up in my head is, for the blind, what is beauty to them? Because when you can't see, what is beauty? And that is, the slogan "Beauty Beyond You" speaks to me in that way, that beauty is not just in physical aspects, but it's a lot about your heart, how you have compassion towards people, how you treat people, how do you have empathy towards people. And I think that, for me, defines what truly beauty beyond you is. And I hope to embody that highly. Thank you.
Nice answer, nice answer. But I hope you could give a concrete reason or example as to how you will try to embody that slogan to give that uh, to give that big clincher towards the end. Yeah. But overall, I also liked it. So, girls, that really wraps up my interview with you. And there's no doubt that you guys are the complete package. Not only are you all beautiful, but you have substance as well. As they say, beauty with brains combined. So, yes, girls, I really had so much fun interviewing you. So, thank you so much for giving this time and effort in really giving this interview with us here on Sash Factor. It really means the whole universe to us here on Sash Factor. So before we end, could we ask you to say something, promote the pageant, and yeah, encourage all your fans and supporters to vote for you at the ongoing fan ongoing public fan vote, which will end
Mhm.
until tomorrow morning, right? So yeah,
Okay, so
you could.
I believe I will
So who
start
wants to
first.
start first?
I'll start
Yes,
first.
Prisha, go ahead. Start
Okay.
us off.
So I would like to say thank you to everyone who has been tuning into our live and watching me, Karissa, Helene, and also Adam speak about Miss Universe questions and also getting to know us. And please do support us on our journey. E-Gala is coming soon, so I hope all of you have bought your tickets. As right now, we're having an early bird ticket, which is 15 ringgit only till the end of this month. And of course, by purchasing the ticket, 20% of the proceeds will be going to a charity organization. And also, there is a fan voting going on right now where you can choose your favorite contestant and also you can vote for Miss Habib. So all of us will be there, the pictures, so you can head on to the website and vote. Thank you.
You're so sweet, Prisha. Really love
I need
your
water.
story.
I
I've been
know, I'm
talking too
actually
much for
the
one
water
hour.
too. Me too.
Sorry.
Mine is
I'm
super
so
tap.
sorry, guys. I'm so sorry, guys. Making you dry. Okay, Haylene.
Okay. So first of all, I would like to thank Adam Sash Factor for having all of us today to let the audience to know, get to know better of Prisha, Charissa, and me. And of course, I would also like to thank for all my supporters who have believed in me throughout this journey, especially my parents. I know it has been quite a surprise for them for me to come upon in this journey. But regardlessly, they have been supportive and going around proudly stating that I am starting on a journey that is different. So for that, thank you. Shout out to my parents. So of course, and now Egala is, as we all know, Egala is in a week. So and we have this voting going on the website for fan favorite that you can choose which one's your favorite, and also for Miss Habib. And you can just head onto the website and just vote for us. And of course, if you haven't get your tickets, so please get you could get it now because it's just 15 ringgit for early birds and it's until the end of the month. So I hope you get it early for tickets. So see you then.
Thank you, Haylene. Wow, you really look so pretty. Yeah, with your styling tonight. Yeah, the color of your dress, even the background of your um,
Wall.
wallpaper, even your background. Yeah, compliments your overall look tonight. Yeah, great job. Whoever, if whether it was planned or not, overall it really looks good on you. Yeah, love
Thank
the
you.
bands. Yeah, and finally, Charissa.
I just want to say thank you to everyone who has tuned in, all the pageant fans, all the pageant lovers, and a big thank you to Adam for having us, me, Prisha, and Halen, getting to know us a little bit more, and Sash Factor for, hosting this whole live session. Um, I just want to say I'm very, very grateful for the people who have supported me in my journey. It's been a long journey, and I'm actually very sad that it's about to end. And I just want to give a quick shout out to my trainer, Tommy, who has been there since day one, and the people who believed in me. I'm very, very grateful to have met so many passionate people throughout. And I'm feeling a little bit emotional. I'm just very, very, very grateful to meet everyone who believed in me. And yeah, as what Prisha and Helen mentioned, that you can vote for your favorite finalists. It's still open for the next till Sunday. It's 48 hours, so it's till Sunday. And then after that, we'll tune into the e-gala on the 5th. So make sure you watch us and, give us all your support. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Charissa. I know if only I have a wish for you right now, it's that there's no doubt that you could already talk. For sure, if ever you get to the top five round, you will easily nail your question because if you could sound so articulate as early as now, there's no that you could really handle all the difficult situations, difficult questions. during the finals. That my only wish is that I hope you will be styled well during the finals. Cause yeah, the question. Cause of course, before you get to the final round, you'll have to be judged based on your physical, on how you look overall that night. So I am hoping whoever is styling you for the pageant, I hope you will get it right so that you will shine the most all
Thank you.
throughout as the finals goes on. Yeah, styling, it's really important. It's really key. I mean, even the color of your gown would also be a huge factor because you have to make sure that you will really stand out. If you could already know the color of your stage, the background color of your stage, if you could already visualize it and relate it to how you will walk your gown, even the color of your gown, you know, better so that you could really plan ahead and already envision it. Yeah. So yeah, styling is key because there's no doubt you could already talk. I'm really hoping that you will be styled perfectly well during the competition on September 5. All right, girls. Thank you so much. I would like to thank Sir Thomas Mendesona and Sir Carlos for making this interview possible. Thank you so much for giving the trust and confidence in Sash Factor in doing this interview. Girls, I really had fun doing this interview with you
I
girls.
have so much
Shout out
fun with
first.
you as well.
Thank
Thank
you
you so
so
much.
much.
It's so much fun getting to know you. Before we say goodbye, can we give a shout out to all the viewers who are still tuned in right now? Thank you, Febelin Peña, for staying up until now. Hannah
Thank
Rose, thank you so much for your lovely comments. Irma Abia, Kuhan Pranpanir. Yeah, let's go, girls. He's saying. Who else? Tammy Teo, Edison Garcia Peña, Maria Abia, who else? Evian and Ed Beauty and Song, Ryan Sarona. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in, for staying up to finish this fun interview I've had with all these stunning Miss Universe Malaysia contestants. All right, girls. Break a leg. Break a leg on September 5.
Thank you so
I
Thank
hope
much.
you.
again.
I hope, yeah, I'm hoping that you will get your desired goal, placement, or crown uh, in on September 5. Whether it's your destiny or not to win Miss Universe Malaysia, I'm confident. I'm happy to see that you are growing, all growing confidently beautiful and mature in this competition. All right, girls, thank you so much.
Thank
This is
you.
Adam Henato of Sash Factor, and it's been wonderful doing this interview. Stay safe and hydrated. Thank you, girls. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Charissa, Helene, and Prisha, good luck.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Adam. Thank
Having
you.
us.
Thank you so much.
Fingers, fingers
Fingers
crossed
crossed.
on September 5. Yes. All right. God bless you, girls.
Thank you. You
Thank
too.
you.
You
So
too.
Ha-
much.
ha- Have a great Saturday evening ahead.
You too.
You
Stay safe.
too.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
girls. Virtual kiss, hugs, and
Bye.
kisses all the way from Manila right now.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, girls.